with a recent study showing that 57% of all transactions start with a Google search, high visibility in search engines is the most critical element of marketing. Yet it's also the least understood. We spoke to the industry experts to find out the mistakes people make and how to avoid them.
Well, the first of the two biggest mistakes you can make in SEO is first that you're trying to cheat, that you're trying to use techniques that are not okay with Google. And the second is that your website is technically just not fit for search engines. Search engines basically are first looking at your website. What is it about? What products do you offer? What is your site relevant for? And then what they also check is how many other sites are linking to your site. The more sites that link to you, the better.
You need to make a start because you will be the only one in your vertical who hasn't, and all your competitors will have this as an advantage over you. In organic search, we still come across those scenarios where a big website has been messed up previously, and we come along and we unmess it. And then, the organic traffic can, I think some of our biggest results have been like 3,000% increases in traffic.
Very, very common mistake is I think folks who hide their text-based content in non-HTML text. So that could be in Flash, it could be in an image, it could be in an external JavaScript call, it could be in a Java applet. And that presents a world of problems as well because none of that content can be reached by search engines.
The biggest problem I see are session IDs that are in the URL of a website, because this really confuses search engine robots which index your website and can be a really big problem.
The title tag in a web page is the single most important area where you can place your keywords, the search terms that you're trying to rank for. And a lot of the time we see people using the title tag as simply a place to put their brand name. So you might have, XYZ department store homepage, and that's your title tag, rather than something like men's and women's, suits and dresses, which are actual search terms that you're trying to rank for.
Very often another nice benefit of search engine optimization is that you make it easier for people to find what they like on your website, and as a result they can buy more. So SEO can actually put your average basket value up. Links are really important in SEO. The search engines treat links as votes, but just as you'd imagine the governments and elections objecting strongly if people are caught buying votes, the search engines hate it when people buy votes. So a lot of SEO companies will still to this day buy links from bloggers or from newspapers or from other editorial sites. And increasingly the search engines are getting a lot more savvy at finding this, and they're actually getting a lot more cruel and cracking down on sites that are doing this.
Well, the best known example here in Germany is BMW. A few years ago they had a real problem. They were completely dropped by Google and they were out of the index because they applied cheating techniques.
Another huge issue that we see is companies who want to launch new brands, want to launch new products, and they decide, I am going to put this new content onto an entirely new domain. There's a big problem here, and the problem is the search engines assign some level of trust and weight and authority to a specific domain. So if you were to place new content onto an old existing domain that has a lot of authority and a lot of trust and ranks very well with the engines, you would have a high chance of success for pulling in new traffic with that new content. However, if you start up a new website, even if you link to it from your old website, chances are you're going to be very, very low in terms of authority and trust and link weight, and all of those things are going to combine to make it extremely difficult for that new website to rank for anything at all.
If you try and cheat the search engines, if you try and spam the search engines, they will happily remove your website entirely from their index. You can't be found for any keyword, not even your brand name, you're gone. And the search engines are not quick at adding you back in, if you ever get back in.
The best way to get fast results on search engines is pay-per-click advertising. You can get results instantly.
In paid search, where you can be really scientific in tracking your ROI, we've had a return on investment for every £1 that was spent in a campaign. The client has made 17 or 18,000 pounds back
Having a high Google ranking is like having the best shop and the best street where everybody can be a customer. It's really a great opportunity to make some real money.
To get more tips from the experts, click the link now.